up, YouTube? It's your boy JusRzd, and today we're tapping in with the Raise review for Squid Games 3, or Squid Game 3.
Woke up this morning, feeling that shine. Whole team got the glow, You can see it in the stride. Got me feeling brand new, feeling brand new, feeling brand new, feeling brand new. Got me feeling brand new, feeling brand new, feeling brand new, feeling brand new. Yeah.
This episode gonna have hella spoilers. I ain't even gonna hold you. I ain't gonna front on you. I'm not even gonna try to lie to you. It's gonna have hella spoilers. So be prepared to deal with the spoilers. We talking Squid Game 3. Let's lock in. Man, oh man, oh man. I'm gonna try to keep this short. Squid Game 2, man, they did a lot. They did a lot. Squid Game 3, they came out and wasn't pulling a single punch in that show. Brother, from the conceptual episode 1 to the finale, I don't know why I said finale like that, but to the finale, they was going crazy. They was going crazy. And I will say, the finale did piss me off. But I'll get to that in a second. Man, just watching player 456, Gi-hun, just go through everything he went through to try to save everybody from, first of all, season 1, him just going through Squid Game, making it out to the other end, and then instead of going to see his daughter, he turned around and went back to the island because he realized they were still finna play this game. So then he spends all of the beginning of season 2 trying to get back to the island, gets back to the island, gets put through back in the game, and put through the ringer once again, to the point where even the leader of the game, the head dude, is now involving himself in the game as well, ends up befriending player 456 and his little crew that he had, and pretty much turns on all of them, to the point where player 456 starts a riot. They try to pretty much ambush everybody, take over Squid Game, take over control of everything, just for him to get betrayed by the dude he thought was supposed to be his friend. Come to find out he's the man in black in Squid Game, and pretty much sets up player 456 and Gi-hun, and pretty much slaughters everybody else. So we end up starting season 3 right where season 2 ended. We get the recap of everything, and then we see just everything, the aftermath of just everything, man. And just seeing how everybody, just seeing how everybody like was affected by what transpired. They end up grabbing player 456, knocking him out, and taking him away. Ended up putting him back into Gym Pop in the game, and pretty much everybody else they got up out of there for the most part. They got everybody else up out of there. They were on a cleanup crew collecting bodies, and they ended up popping pretty much the people that were left that had laid the guns down, put their hands up, and they popped pretty much every last one of them. And this is where the story kind of shifts, because we get to see more of the young lady we have been following since season 2 on the inside, as one of the moderators of the game. We actually see her kind of take pity on one of the prisoners, on one of the players, and kind of try to save his life in a sense. She pops him, tells him to close his eyes. He's not gonna die. Follow what I'm saying, and you'll survive. So she ends up joining up with the people who are selling the organs of the people who aren't necessarily all the way unalived yet. So they end up securing his body in one of the boxes that they were going to take the organs from. He gets dropped down to the lower floor. She gets taken down to the lower floor, sets everybody up in the room, kills everybody, and has the doctor that's been in there cutting people up to take the organs pretty much save his life. And then once he saves his life, she kills the doctor. Has pretty much him put on the doctor's fit and puts the doctor in his fit. And of course, some of the heads of Squid Game find out that they can't reach the operation room, so they go down there. They see that everybody's being killed, and they're trying to figure out what's going on. Meanwhile, she's sneaking the guy she just saved back into the doctor's room, who he now has the clothes of, and she's pretty much going to try to get them both out of there. Kind of find out she used to work with this brother. She understands what it feels like to lose a child. She knows that if he doesn't make it out of this game, his child is pretty much gonna not make it. And so she's trying everything she can do to make sure that he gets up out of the game. Ends up blackmailing the man in black to try to get him out of the game. They end up making it off the island, but they they end up getting called by the man in black, and he pretty much lets them know, like, all right, yeah, I might get away for now, but I got all the records on his daughter, so it's up. Once y'all get up out of here, it's still up. I'm gonna come for his daughter. And so she goes back to try to make sure that doesn't happen, and destroying all the records that they have of all the people and all their family members and all that stuff. And she lets him get away. And the whole time, all this is going down, because this takes process over several different episodes. Because there's several different people that we follow in this particular season. We follow player 456. We also follow the pregnant young lady, player 222. We follow, of course, the game moderator, number 16. And we follow the man in black. And we follow the detective who's trying to find the island. So it's like 5 people that we follow. It's like four to 6 people that we follow in this season. And the stories behind each one of them, the way they unfolded, was fantastic. I'm not even mad at. I'm not even mad at how the stories unfolded. What pissed me off, we'll get to later. But to see player 456 just go through so many different stages of grief, so many different stages of acceptance, of just realizing it kind of was his fault that everybody got killed, even though he was blaming another player who took too long to bring the ammo, which kind of got a couple people killed because he took too long. And so he was gunning for him off rip once he was told what happened. And of course, you got the greedy people over here. You got the people that are ready to quit and just want to go home to their families. And it's always the greedy people that outnumber the smart people. So the greedy people are just like, nah, we gonna keep playing. Every game, people getting up out of there. Every game, people are getting up out of here. And it's just sad. It's just left, right. One of the games, the pregnant young lady that we've been following ends up giving birth to the baby. So now the baby's alive. The young man that had transitioned into a girl, he ends up getting offed in one of the games, and it was just like, bro, it was sad, but the way they did the camera angle, you knew something was finna pop up behind them, or something was finna happen, and it was just like, man, y'all ain't had to do buddy like that. But they got him up out of here. They got a lot of people up out of here expeditiously that I didn't expect that they were gonna get people out of here. The grandmama with the son in the game, she ends up killing her son because the son tries to take out the baby that was just born, so she ends up taking out her son, unfortunately, and that caused her so much grief. She ended up committing suicide while everybody slept, and it was just a lot. It was so heavy this season. It was just, they wasn't pulling no freaking punches at all. And so it was just interesting just to see all that and just see how everything just transpired. And like, bro, player 456 ends up making it to the end. Him, the baby, and the baby's dad, and the little young boy that was been skittish the whole season 2. He ends up finding the drugs that old boy was taking about to cross. And now he hooked to the drugs, and he fidgety, twitchy, and acting crazy, going through withdrawals. They pack him up out of there quickly. Then they try to get the baby up out of there. of course, player 456 wasn't having it. He ends up doing what he needs to do. And I'm not going to spoil the ending, but if you know what transpires. But what pissed me off, I done gave a lot of spoiler information up to this point, but what pissed me off was the way it ended. It wasn't the fact that a very important character passed. It wasn't the fact. Okay, I have to say it because there's no way I can talk about this. There's no way I can talk about this without actually spoiling it. It's not the fact that player 456 died. It's the fact that the man in black still got away. And instead of the detective who was working with player 456 going to see his daughter, it was the man in black who went to go see his daughter. That pissed me all the way off. I wasn't mad at player 456 getting up out of there. I wasn't mad at the timing in which the detective finally made it to the island to confront the man in black. I wasn't even mad at the people getting off the island. I did want some of them to get arrested, though. I will say that. I wasn't mad at the lady that we have been following behind the scenes, number 16, the game operator. I wasn't mad at her getting away. I wasn't mad at the man with the sick daughter getting away. That just really pissed me off that he got away scot-free. No issues. The man in black. That pissed me off. And then he pulled up on Guillaume's daughter. Man, that pissed me off. That pissed me off. That pissed me off so much because I'm like, bruh, so he shouldn't have made it out. He should have at least been arrested or something, bro. Killed or something. Like, something should have happened to the man in black, bro. But anyway, when he goes to visit Ji-Yoon's daughter, he ends up seeing another person doing pretty much the initiation process to get somebody into Squid Games, where they're playing that game where they have to flip the other the little box. They throw down the box and throw down the envelope, try to flip the other envelope. He sees somebody doing that in the alley, but it looks like a British white woman, and they're in Los Angeles. And, you know, their Squid Game was in Korea. So I don't know if that was supposed to tease the American Squid Game that they're supposed to be doing here shortly. Or what. But, man, that joint pissed me off. And they kind of give each other a head nod as he lets her continue to go about her business, and he just drives off in the sunset. All is well. So that pissed me off, man. Man, my mood was so messed up. I was just like, man, forget Korean shows, man. Like, that train made me so mad, bro. It made me so bad. Like, bro, I'm not mad that 456 passed. I get it. Like, they was taking people up out of here left and right, so I wasn't even mad at that. But to do all that and get no retribution towards the man in black, no revenge on the man in black, just pissed me off, bro. It just pissed me off. I was just like, man, is it like, I'm not even mad at, because to me, the happy to have a happy ending, I get it. Some people want happy endings. I knew Squid Game was never gonna give you a happy ending, but I didn't know they was gonna jerk around and do that. You know what I mean? I thought they was at least, you know what I mean, player 456 may or may not make it, but I thought they was at least gonna do something where somebody answered for something, and that never happened, and that pissed me all the way off. And so I guess that little teaser at the end was supposed to hint towards the American Squid Game that they got coming out soon, but man. As far as my rating for season 3 of Squid Game, even though the ending pissed me off, I gotta give it a 9 out of 10, bro. I got it. The only reason why I'm not giving it a 10 out of 10 is because the ending pissed me off. So I'm being petty. Y'all want to be petty. I'm gonna be petty too. God dang it. So I ain't giving it a 10 out of 10. I'm giving it a 9 out of 10. Just being petty. I thought it was really good. I thought it was done really good. I thought the stories that they told was done really well. The parallels that they were making between each individual player that was involved in season 3, fire. Yeah, I just pissed me off, bro. Pissed me off. But yeah, I really thoroughly enjoyed the show. Thought it was done and executed very well. 3 seasons. Each season hit. Each season introduced us to brand new characters, gave us more insight, gave us more things to look at, pay attention to, and care about. And man, I don't want to tell you everybody's storyline and backstory and spoil everything for you because I want you to watch it because it's just that good of a show. If you're not into gruesome, gory, or bloody type of things, I get it. This show probably ain't for you. But if that don't bother you and you in for a good story and you want to see a good story, hey man, turn on that Squid Game, dog. Turn on that Squid Game. If the dub mess you up, then hey man, turn the language to Korean and throw them subtitles up there. But if the dub don't mess you up, bruh, just sit back and enjoy the ride, cause bruh, I ain't expected to end like that, and that joint just pissed me off. I know I done said it 1,000 times, but it done pissed me off. But anyway, don't forget to like, comment, share, subscribe. Let me know in the comments below how you feel about Squid Game as a whole, as an overall series. As an overall series, I gotta give Squid Game 10 out of 10. That show was phenomenal. The stories that they told, even though the end of season 1 and the end of season 3 made me feel a type of way, that just goes to show you that the writers know what they know. They want you to feel a type of way. So shout out to them, even though I'm still mad. So I give the series as a whole 10 out of 10. Season 3 specifically 9 out of 10 because I'm being petty, just like I was petty. So let me know in the comments below how you feel about it. If you haven't watched it, definitely add it to your watch list. Definitely add it to your watch list. If that's your bag. If it's not your bag, don't worry about it. But if it is your bag and you in for a good story, you don't mind a little gore, watch Squid Game. But don't forget to hit that notification bell so that way you can be notified anytime we drop a new video on the channel, which is every day. And stay tapped in, stay tuned in, stay locked in, and never forget, it's FreeSoul to the show free. Let's get it.